Alright, just to get this out the way, you see how it talks about, for if Yah spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, Tartarus, and delivered them into the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. This refers to the rebellious angels confined in a deep abyss. Note the word chains of darkness. Okay, chains. Now we know in the beginning the face of darkness was upon the deep. Okay, so check this out. The deep is the abyss right there. Refers to rebellious angels confined in a deep abyss. Okay, that is a living thing, by the way. The darkness is a living thing. Okay, and then, well, I shouldn't say a living thing. It is a thing that has a face, as if it has a conscience. Okay, let's say that. And a body. But here's the context of this video. Chains of darkness. Let's go down where it says, key phrase, chains of gloomy darkness to be kept until judgment. Complementary scripture echoes this, stating they are kept in everlasting chains under darkness. See, there's these, why does darkness come with chains? And darkness go together. Let's just say that it's like black people with black rappers with their chains. Darkness and chains and whips go with slaves. Okay, so pretty much here we go. Hold on. Check this out. Blockchain. It's what the world is getting on, right? Blockchain. Now we know this is from the AI. The AI, which would be from the abyss, because it was Legion that ran into the pigs, sent them into the abyss. Alright, and then they come back out as Religion. Okay, and then they create these chains of darkness. Okay, where you go in their chambers of darkness. Okay, but pretty much dark forces in high places and principalities. Okay, darkness was inside of men. Said the darkness, the light that shine within the darkness that was in men, the light that the darkness did not understand. Okay, and that is who Yah is. All right, so check this out. Gloomy chains of darkness. Why did I say blockchain? Black chains. Block chain. Kill chain. Food chain. Chains of darkness. COD. Call of Duty. Chains of darkness. Dark forces in high places and principalities. Artificial intelligence. Okay. Blockchain. Okay. What's in the dark? Very cold. Blocks of ice. Blockchain. Okay. Black chains. So I wonder, are there black chains on the map? I might have to go back and check, but it does look like the dragon has chains wrapped around its mouth and its neck. I'll show you very quickly. Right. I would consider this like chains. These are chains. And then he's strapped down here, right across the shoulders. He's got a leash on. And it even talks about it in the book of Job, how it talks about the Leviathan. What did he say? Man, let's look at this up. Here's the chains. Chain reaction. Watch this. Watch this. I got you. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's do English Standard. The English Standard. Here you go. Right here. Can you draw out the Leviathan with a fish hook, or press down his tongue with a cord? A chain. Looks like his mouth has a hook in it, because I told you this is his chin, and what's in front of his chin? You got the claws of the bear, the behemoth. Okay? And it's a hook, because he can hook fish like a bear catching salmon. Samuel. Okay, so, and then he said a cord across his tongue. Well, guess what? His mouth is 666 kilometers wide. Right on that line that looks like a chain going across it right there. See how that looks like a chain going from there to there? I'm gonna go right there. That's 666 kilometers wide, buddy. It's on the dot too. Let's just put it there, man. Just put her there. It's there. Alright. And point done. Across the chain. Across his tongue. 666. Okay? Press down his tongue with a cord. Like, he can't even open up his mouth, it seems, because he's got a nice noose around a black chain. Block chain. It's blocking him. Can you put a rope in his nose? That's what I'm saying. Or pierce his jaw with a hook. Okay? Look, fam, I got it. I'm gonna have to do this for you. And I'm trying to tell you. Block chains. Chained up in Tartarus. Okay? Underneath Tartarus. Well, if you call this Tartaria, alright, and the Taurus is a four-legged, and you know that's a behemoth. Well, underneath the behemoth, here you go, a dragon. Okay. But chained up. Fish hooks through his mouth. That's what I said. You got the behemoth sitting right here. It's a bear with 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of the, well, you know how bears got feet, paws. Them bad boys got you up against 5 mouths, pretty much. They can all bite. Yeah. Can you put the hook through the chin, through the mouth, and string them up? That's what we're talking about. Okay? That's what we're talking about. So, will he, and we're talking about block chains, black chains. Okay? Will he make many pleas to you? Will he speak to you soft words? Will he make a covenant with you to take him for your servant forever? Means like Satan is begging. Okay? The Leviathan is begging the Most High. Mercy, I'll be your servant. Anything. Who you want me to go get? I got you. They done. Just say it. And that's how it really is. Huh? He's a bad servant, but nonetheless, the Most High knows his ways. He will make many pleas to you. He will speak to you soft words. Sound like Epstein and with these guys, man. He just gets it done. He will make a covenant with you to take him for your servant forever. Will you play with him as a bird? That's what I was like. Look, man, it's almost like the behemoth is flying this dude like a kite. Or you know how Aang, let's go to Aang real quick, show you who Aang is. Aang. Last Airbender. Images. Okay, this little red staff he has, this little red pole, kinda is, yeah, it's the dragon. That is the serpent. He would be kind of like the behemoth. He's the four-legged. Okay, he's the four-legged one right here. And this dragon, man, this is almost the perfect image of how the actual earth looks with this guy. That's wild. See if I can get that. Yeah, I got it. Boom. And that's how it is. He's got it in his right hand. Alright. He's got control of it and flying it like a bird. Well, he's got it in his right hand. And he's flying this dragon. This is the body of the dragon. From tail to head. Right there. All of this is the dragon. I don't know to Australia. That's not. But definitely from all of this right here to all this right here, all that's the Leviathan. You're seeing the body of it. See down here, you just see the head and the wings. See, but that's what I'm saying. Right here, you got this guy is flying that guy. He's controlling that. He's got him by the right wing and he's got him by the mouth. Okay? So this is the right wing of the dragon. The bear is right underneath here. He's sitting there chilling in the shade. Darkness. Huh? You ever see Michael with a flaming sword? Well, this dragon would be the flaming sword. Because Satan is a weapon, a sword, a flaming sword. Michael. Why would he be Michael? Michael, because he is upright. And the first of the uprights. So therefore, one who is like Yah, his name would be Mikahiah. Meek like Mike. Mick. Okay? Ahiah. Mikahiah. Okay? One who is like Yah. Who is upright. Okay? That's him. That's the pole on the dollar sign. The polar bear. The peso. Okay? And then you have this dragon that wraps around him like an S, like a serpent. Whoop, just like that from top to bottom. That's why it makes kind of like an S shape from the top of the dragon to the bottom of the dragon across the bear. Okay, 15 minutes. You guys are taking up my time. But let me go ahead and get that was nice. That was very nice. Last Airbender. That is very cool. Yeah. He's strong. He looks like the words in Job. Said, can you play with him as a bird? Or put him on a leash for your girls? Will traders bargain over him? Put him on a leash for your girls. So he got a leash around his neck. I said it was a leash around his neck. Look. That is around his neck. From here to here to here. That's chains around his neck. For your girls. For the girls? What girls? Now I know that the earth is the footstool of the Most High. So some girls? For the girls? For the girls? Put them on a leash for the girls. What's this? What's in the Falkland Islands? Falkland. Falconland. Malvinas. Bad wine. Mal is bad. Mal is bad. Très mal. And Venus. Well, you got Venus, but you got vino. You got wine. There's a lot being spoken here, and it's split. It's split in two. I've never really looked into this, but anyway, for the girls, I'm kind of I haven't figured that one out. Not yet. For the girls, we put him on a leash for your girls. Will traders bargain over him? Well, yeah, traders are all bargaining over the bounty of what comes out of from here to up here. What's underneath here? Everybody's just they're bargaining over the top of him. Right now, there's a big war going on in the Strait of Hormuz. Boom, Strait of Hormuz, right there. There's a war going on. Yeah, they're trying to crack bargains all the way around him to free that up. All right, do you understand? You understand? He is a weapon of war, by the way. Okay? Will they divide him up among the merchants? Yeah, they got to divide war up among the merchants. A sword, a flaming sword, the oil. Can you fill his skin with harpoons or his head with fishing spears? Lay your hands on him. Remember the battle. You will not do it again. Behold, the hope of a man is false. He is laid low even at the sight of him. No one is so fierce that he dares to stir him up. Who then is he who can stand before me? Who has first given to me that I shall repay him whatever is under the whole heaven is mine. And that's why you have the behemoth wielding this serpent like a kite. What's that little they do in the color guard when they whip that string around them? Let me see. For the girls. Put a leash around his neck for the girls. Oh shucks. Let me go look at this up. Color guard. Cheer. Leaders. Ribbon. Dancing ribbons. Oh, no. That's not what I'm looking for. No. Where's the ribbons? Cheerleaders with the long ribbons on the rope. Put them on a leash for the girls. Put them on a leash for the cheerleader. Dancing ribbons. Cheerleader. I thought it was color guard. But let's say cheerleader. Dancing ribbons. No. Where's the one where they just whip it around them in a circle? You can see them in the Olympics down there. I'm pretty sure. I think this is kind of. What is this? Streamer. A streamer. I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, see. No. Raindrops Fitness Gymnastics. See, this is kinda silk dance ribbons. Raindrops Fitness Gymnastics 2-piece silk dance ribbons. Is that the name of it? Just silk dance ribbons. Let's look up. It's not it. No, not even cheerleaders. Silk dance ribbons. Let's see. I want to see the people. Where the there we go. For the girls. For the girls. There you go. Got the dragon on a leash for the girls. Son. There we go. We got it. Like a rainbow. Hold on. Is there any talk about a rainbow going on up in there? Okay. Yeah. For the girls. Put them on a leash for the girls. Yeah. I think we solved that problem. We solved that problem. Anybody that had any doubt, that has been solved.